Yeah. Yeah. XG.
Everything I do it A1, flawless. Make them go insane, pandemonium, riot. Always looking fresh, got the green in my diet. Head to my toe, shining like canary diamonds. Yeah, freedom, cool kiss, not into it. Going stupid, saucing. We a movement, never losing. Making moves, stay poppin'.
Giving my all, will it pay off? Working overtime, no days off. All these shooting stars in the dark. All these shooting stars in the dark make a wish. Take it off from the ground, it's amazing. It's so out of this world, I'm in space. Now I'm going up, heading to the stars, wouldn't trade it up for another life, no. Yeah, we riding, so shining for sure.
Okay, do you want to start or should I start? Not really, but I'll make it work. We'll wait for everybody to get in. Alright, so we have a couple of people here, and we wanted to share a few things because we are doing something pretty incredible in the world. We kind of are in a space where we got really tired of watching the news and seeing all sorts of things happening all over the world. For those of you, for those of you who don't know, I'm from Russia. I was born there, I moved here when I was 10. I still have a lot of friends and family there. I have a lot of friends and family in Ukraine. So watching that has broken my heart the amount of times I cannot tell you. To the point that I cannot process it. And then what started happening with Israel and Jerusalem kind of just topped off my capacity for what I can experience. And so I started reaching out, the kind of person that I am. I look for people who are looking to change the world. My ceiling of what's possible has been broken more times than I can count. I've been very blessed in that way. And so I started reaching out to people and saying, what can we do? I feel like the world isn't really responding in the way as Canadian the outcome we're looking for all of this to stop. And so my world started changing because I started having these incredible individuals come into my life who not only have accomplished similar tasks already on a global scale, but then also were open to working with us. So we started forming a team. I have worked with these two incredible individuals in the past, and so they were some of the first people to jump on. And so I'd love to have them share their stories, and then once we share a little bit about our stories and how we kind of play things together, share a little bit about what this project actually is, what it means, and what the dream is around the change that we can truly create. So, my name is Masha, and I'll leave my phone over to Alex.
Thank you all for believing that peace is possible. My whole life I have felt that humanity can do better. This isn't the best that we can do. So it's so great to see that so many people believe that too. So what we're doing with this project is we're creating a space for people to learn how to understand each other, how to express themselves in the world that they really want to live in. Not just what they think is possible right now, but the world that they want to live in together. And when we learn more about people, we'll realize that that world is possible. It may not be exactly what anyone had in mind, but it'll be better. And so we're creating that space for people to express who they are and what they want, and to understand each other, and we're providing a foundation for them to keep building on that common ground, so we can build a world that we can all be proud of. So, thank you very much.
Hello, I don't even know where to begin, so I guess now is the time to begin. 5 years ago, I was given the vision of building a community of 100 million people, and went to work at doing so. And that's what the time when Masha and I started working together and building on her empire, building out this vision. And I kept running into the one question, okay, so we have 100 million people, what's the goal? The goal is to impact and improve the world, change the way things are done on the global aspect. The other goal was to raise the vibration of the world, one person at a time, one community, one country. all big bells, but how do you do it? And what's the end game look like? And then in October, after going over and over and over my own brain, kind of make sense of all of this, about 5 years into it, knowing that in 2 years it concludes, I had a dream. One of those dreams you wake up in the middle of the night and you're shaking, you're sweating, that part of it. And I saw the end game. I was standing on the stage. And within the globe, there's 25 timelines, 20 time zones. Starting at the beginning, going all the way across the global concert. Each concert in the country, the culture of that specific space on the globe. 24 hours long, incredible concert. The music raises vibrations, sound that crowd. The culture, the unification of through the concert and through our kids being run orchestra, it builds and allows for the unification. But the cool part is, and then I discovered actually there's 25th hour, which is the new dawn, so to speak. It allows for the beginning of conversation. How do we get countries, people, cultures talking in such a way that we can have this massive impact on a global level and make the change that the globe, that our communities on the local level really need. And Monica and I were talking about it one day, and she said, you know what? Let's build it. And the cool thing is when my daughter says, or I didn't slip right there. My wife. She would say I'm more like a kid than her like my daughter. We're gonna have a kid. I knew 9 months later this kid would come out of her. Just like that, I know that when this happens, and I'll now pass the baton over to Sterling, but because I saw it, I know it's as good as done. The only question now is making it happen.
All right, friends, how are you?
Happy birthday, Sterling!
I can talk to you now. I'm only starting one person with a knife tonight. That's about 10 less than last year. So I don't think Rod knew the rule.
Knife's always sharp.
Yeah, I'm a little in trouble. Every time I get in trouble, though, when I call my friends together, and you guys get me out of trouble. At least you did that for me last year. Last year we got together, I cooked for you. We raised a lot of money for folks with multiple sclerosis, and folks with for leukemia and blood cancer research. And then I went out and had to ride a bunch of miles to then go and really earn that money. And we did great, guys. We did about $3,000. It was so good, at least on the leukemia side, that they gave my team a special tent. And they, on the first day, they had all the alcohol in it and all the stuff. We ran 100 miles, and I was just like, I'm like sitting in the middle of a baseball field, and like, what would you do what? My favorite aunt Nancy, used to every year for Christmas used to ask me a question. She goes, well, what do you want for Christmas? And she would just, my dad would know this, right, Dad? She would just spoil the snot out of me, right, Dad? She would just give me whatever. If I didn't answer her, she'd just go over the top and just like, I just had the most random stuff. And I don't know, I was 16 or so, and I was like in like my goth phase or something. Some of you know me from my goth phase. And I said to her sarcastically, she goes, well, what do you want for the sarcastic? World peace and harmony. We get to Christmas, and there's a gift under the tree for me. And I'm like, okay, and I open it up. And did you know there's a brand of peas called World? Yeah. And then she got me hominy also. See, I'm not a big fan of like holidays and things like that. Don't tell religious people that are in the room. Easter, who cares? And I really don't like my birthday so much. And so if we're going to celebrate and I'm going to stop it from the time, I want to make it worthwhile. I want to make it meaningful. I remember, and every time I talk around with her, I feel that she's not okay. She doesn't want to talk to me anymore. She won't talk to people anymore. I remember one time she called me, we were talking on the phone just when she lived in New York. And, you know, a couple years ago, my wife, Aubrey. And so, but Aubrey was also on the bachelorette party that week. And Elizabeth called me and she was living in New York, and I don't know, Steve, I just remember how frustrated you sounded. You just sort of like, what's the point? And there's all these wars, and I think at the time Australia was burning, the whole continent. And then next year, what, Canada burning, right? So like, the world's burning, the climate's messed up, like, what's the point? What, you know, like, there's nothing to do. And he didn't quite say you people, which is really people my age and you people my age, that ruined the world, because we didn't ruin the world, we my dad
That's your equivalent of okay boomer.
Yeah. You did it on purpose. Yeah, you're like, why? Who cares? Yeah. And so, what's been really interesting about Selah is that I see her going out. She recently just made a bunch of care creation plans for a bunch of churches. And some of you are religious and don't care, and this guy's chair of that committee, but she did that. That thing is now policy at my congregation. Like, she's changing stuff. She's going out, she's getting involved in things, and she's just trying, guys. She's trying. And she's Selah. And she's super talented. And I'm proud. And so that's inspiring. And it's been really important to be inspired because you guys know the last couple of years have been really hard. And where'd you go? I mean, it's beautiful that and great and awesome that Nasha has shown up in my life and has put up with all this grief and this hurt and all this stuff. It's been a dark couple of months, even guys. For me, it's been really tough. But then I sort of hold on to hope because I can see what Steel is up to. I also hold on to hope because Soren, I bet you don't remember when you were right when you were born. You don't remember. He's born, and they hand me my son if you want to know, please. And I hold him by a window, and I remember just saying to him as he cried, I love embarrassing my kids. I say I don't want to embarrass my kids, I love embarrassing my kids. I'm holding, I can't do this anymore with you, son. I'm holding my son, and I keep saying to him, the world is good. The world is good. The world is good. The world is good. And I was lying. So then from that day forward, every day was like, oh, I gotta make sure this world is good because I told my son this world is good. That's the other reason why I sort of hold on to hope, because it's in the absence of hope, a little bit of an existentialist, in the absence of hope, you have choice. You have a choice to keep going. You have a choice to figure out what's possible. And that's something that, I don't know, Masha over here just keeps coming up with the craziest ideas. So one day she tells me, hey, we're gonna make it so there's 24 hours of peace in this world. There's 24 time zones. We're gonna at least get one event in each time zone. We're gonna figure out this Putin-Russia thing, at least for that day, because Putin has like half the time zones. If you round up the world, it's Russia, right? If you round up the world, right? So like we have to deal with that, right? There's the painful stuff that goes on in Palestine and Israel. There's stuff going on in the South. Maybe 2 or 3 times a year in my church, we end up praying for all the places that are in conflict. And so then I go on Wikipedia to find how many wars there are. And I don't know, 2 years ago there was, 80 some wars going on. I don't even remember what it was last time, but it's just so many. It's so many. So is it possible just to have one day of ceasefire? One day of peace? I'm in trouble, guys, because I signed up and I said, yes, it's possible, and now I need help to do it. Like, I need my friends to help. We got a team all across the country, of course, spreading the world. We're working with the Peak Institute, which recently won a Nobel Peace Prize for making nuclear weapons illegal. Did you know nuclear weapons are illegal in this world? Somebody should tell Biden. Yeah, somebody should tell him too. Every time you talk about peace in this world, it's so funny. Somebody will then, my phone's out full of like, here's why we should hate Israel, here's why we should hate Palestine, here's why we should hate Russia, here's why we should hate Ukraine. And it's just like, is that a good world? I don't know. It's not. We need stuff. We need some technology because we're all over the place. We're trying to organize like on Asana, we have a subscription for that. We need to go out and manage our donors and make sure we're talking to the right folks. Because it's going to take millions to do this. And that's not from you guys, unless you really, have some kind of money for me? Can you sell your house for me? I think you'd still be able to shop. You'd be able to shop, right? fun. What you can do here. We can do what we did last year. Like we're gonna have the infrastructure that we need to just get this, even try. And, I don't know, the biggest donor on PayPal, I think we're gonna see who it is. I don't know, or in fact, what we're gonna do is I have 12 steaks over here that are uncooked with the rub on them. I could go home and freeze them. We can maybe even bid on them later tonight. Though even though I think whoever wins the most victory points with V-Test over there, she gets free steak. If you want to V-Test, then go ask our Seneschal or whatever you are these days, because our prince is missing.
The nuts are gonna win this one.
There's a laptop over there if you want to give a gift. There's also these QR codes if you have a smartphone. You can also hand cash to Masha. She'll do something good with it. So I was handing 20 today by my bodywork person, so that was pretty good. It's cool because I'm paying her, so then she gets paid right back for this. Hope you enjoyed the food. Please have fun. Drink this alcohol. It's gonna go into Jack's fridge, and then that's where I keep my beer. So
Birthday song? Very short birthday song?
Very short birthday
That one.
song.
So
English location, not by us.
So the real goal here, the boss says I need to remind you of this, or he says, when we say we want this to be youth led, and we want this to be musical, right? So the event in each time zone, a piece that's around music. I think Mike touched on that, but we really mean it. We mean it we want people like Stila and Soren that are going to be doing this. You guys still play your violin? I swear, I took Soren's violin back to school with it, and he played it for like 2 years, and he was like, I don't really like it, the bow was never tight. I was like, oh, okay, well that's why you got for sure. That's what happened, that's why you're not getting real quick. Anyway, so, yeah, that's what I got. Have fun. There's some more cooked steak, there's some small left, there's no more quinoa, there's some cheese, there's some cheesecake. There's some burnt eggplant soup left. I'm running really low on silverware and forks and stuff, but
We can always go after more.
yeah. All right, go have fun.